Hello everyone, welcome to QA Labs for you. This is day 4. I hope you guys are following our previous sessions like day 1, day 2, day 3. And in this session, I'm just focusing mainly on, this test case template, defect report template, and Jira workflow. Why I'm targeting these topics? Because whenever you are onboarded on any project, so afterwards you have to start writing the test cases once you are getting the requirement. Okay, so once you start writing the test cases, then definitely you have to start executing them, and while execution you definitely get some bugs. So for them, you have to report those bugs to the developers so that they can fix it. Okay, so why I'm just sharing these two templates, because in most of the startups they are not investing a lot of money on different tools which can help you out for writing the test cases or writing the defects on cloud environment. Okay, so for that reason, I'm also focusing on these two, as an add-on. I will showcase you that Jira workflow, how Jira looks like, how that dashboard look like, and if you want to raise any issue on Jira, how you can do that activity. In the end, I will also share our application, some application screenshots. Okay, that application which we are targeting to cover as a part of this live session for the testing. Okay, so I will share couple of screenshots with you, and from those screenshot you have to write the test cases, you have to report the issues, because I will also tell you the current defects which are on the application. Okay, so I hope agenda for this session is clear to everyone. Now we will proceed further for a test case template. Okay, so this is the test case template. First of all, I will explain you that this template is totally customizable. I mean, if you want to add some more column, you can add. If you want to remove some column, you can remove it. I'm just trying to keep it simple. Okay, so I will explain you each column one by one. First one is the test case ID. Okay, where you can mention unique ID for your test cases. Then you have to mention the test scenario for which you are going to work. Okay, and under each scenario you must have a couple of test cases, so you have to mention those test cases. I mean the detail or the description, summary, anything. Okay, then you have to mention the preconditions for those test cases if required. Okay, then you have to mention the steps to follow or to cover that particular test case. Then you have to mention the test environment, on which particular environment you are working on. Suppose if you are working on any web application, okay, so might be you are working on Firefox, correct? And in Firefox also there are different versions, so you have to mention that version. In a similar way, if you are working on any application, mobile application, and you are writing the test cases for mobile application, you have to mention it is for Android or for iOS. If it is specific to some resolution, you can also mention it here. If it is specific to some Android version, you can also mention it here. Then you have to provide the test data which you can use it while the execution. Okay, then you can also provide the priority for your test case. Then you have to attach the screenshot or anything as a reference. Okay, just to compare the results. Then you have to write the expected results, what you are expecting from your test case. And next column is the actual result. Actual result will be used when you will execute your test cases. You will mention what is the current situation for that test case. Okay, so if your actual and expected is matching, in that case status will be pass. If it is not matching, you will keep it as fail. Okay, then the second last column is the created by. So suppose I am creating the test cases, so I have to mention my name. Okay, and it is like sometimes what happens in the real time project, that I will write the test cases, but due to some other priority work, some other guys can start working on that particular ticket and they have to execute it. So the last column is for the executed by. So whosoever is involved in the execution can mention his or her name. Okay, so this is a very simple test case template which you can use in your project, okay, as a learning perspective, okay. Or this kind of template also being used in many of the startups, I can say, because they don't want to invest money. But if you will go on a, I mean, mid-range companies, or in a MNCs, you will get to know that you have some test case management tools like I mean practice test, or Qmetry, okay, or I can say X-ray. There are a lot of tools, but I mean those are the paid ones, okay. So company try to invest on the project where they will get the revenue, okay. They do not invest for your learning every time, okay. So you know that if it is a startup, they have that budget constraint, okay. So they will try to check how they can reduce the extra cost, okay. So this can be a step that they will avoid using any test case management tool, and they will use it the Excel format, this test case template, and you have to work on those templates for the test case writing. So I hope this test case template is clear to everyone. If there is any doubt, you guys can put the comments in the video once it will be live. As well as I will request, try to use this template and try to write the test cases. If you face any issue while writing the test case template, you can also mention your queries, and at least you can try for once, okay. So that until unless you will not try, you will not get to know that is it really helpful or not, right? So this is clear to you, I hope so. Okay, now I will move to defect report template. Okay, so why it is used, I mean again the reason is same. Once you will start executing the test cases, definitely there are some defects, some issues you have to report to the developers so that they can fix it, okay. So there are I mean different tools like Jira, Bugzilla available in the market, but again those are the paid ones. So if company is not interested in investing any kind of tool, they will go for Excel defect report templates like this. Okay, again, I'm just saying that these columns are customizable. You guys can shift them in any order, or I mean, can remove any column. You can add any column as per you need, as per your project. Okay, so now for this template, I'm just explaining you all the columns. First one is the defect ID. Yes, it should be unique. Okay, and then the defect summary, you have to provide the defect summary so that developer can understand what you are trying to convey with this defect. Then you have to provide the severity and the priority. I hope it is clear to you what is severity and the priority. If you have any doubts, you can check our shorts specific to severity and priority. Still, if you have any doubt, you can put the comments. I will try to answer them, okay. Then you have steps to reproduce. I mean you found some issues, that is fine, but as a developer, when you will assign those issues, they must have to follow some steps to reproduce those issues. So so this particular column is useful for the developers as well as for you also. Once they will fix the issue, you have to I mean retest it. So how you guys can retest them? Okay, you can retest them just by following the steps which you have mentioned in this column, okay. Then the next column is the environment. Yes, again just like test case template, here also you have to provide the environment, on which particular environment you are facing the issue. Sometimes if you are working on the web application, still I mean some of the issues are not coming on the Chrome. Those are specific to browser, okay, or Firefox browser. So you have to mention that particular thing so that developer will focus on the correct path, okay. It's not like he will start checking for the Chrome and he will say that is fine, because most of the developers or most of the applications usually prefer to test on the Chrome, and they ignore the testing criteria on other browsers, okay. So you can try for this. As well as if it is the mobile application, then you can check for different Android version, different I mean screen resolution, and you can mention that part in the environment column. Then you have to attach the attachments. Yes, definitely you have to attach the attachment, because only those are the proofs for the developers that they can get to know, yes, this is the actual defect or not. Okay, then you have to mention the expected result, what you are expecting once this particular defect will be fixed. Okay, and once you will retest these defects, you have to mention the actual result. Okay, I mean, if it is fixed, then definitely you can mention that yes, status is passed, I mean, or done. And if it is not fixed, or your expectation is not fulfilled, your expected and actual results are not matching, you will reopen the issue. Okay, so here in the status column, there are different status, like first of all, it will be in to do state. Okay, then developer will start working, so he can update it like in development. Once it will be done, he can move it to ready for QA. Once you will start working on that, you can update it to in QA. If it is fixed, then you can move it to done. If it is not fixed, you can move it to reopen. Okay, again, the column, the second last column is the reported by. Yes, if you are the reporter, you have to mention your name. And again, whenever you create an issue, you have to assign someone to look into it. So for that, you have to mention the name in the assigned to column. Okay, I hope this defect report is also clear to you. And if you have any doubts, any problem in understanding any column, how it will exactly work, you guys can put your comments in the video. Okay, I will try to answer all of them in sequence. Okay, so I hope this is also clear. Now I want to explain Jira workflow to you. Okay, suppose this is the defect report in the Excel. Now if you want to use Jira, okay, because Jira is very popular one. Okay, most of the companies are using already. Okay, so I'm just trying to explain you if you want to raise any issue on Jira, how it will work. Okay, and I have like added different screenshots so that I will explain you in all different manners, because Jira is again a customizable tool. It's not like if I'm following some set of steps, some set of workflows, those are applicable for all the projects. According to your need, you guys can update or change the workflow on Jira also. Okay, so that is the plus point on Jira. Now we'll move on Jira. So once you will click on create issue button, the pop-up will comes like this, that create issue. You have to select the project. Okay, you have to select the issue type. Once you will click on the issue type, you will get these kind of options like bug, task, subtask, story, and epic. Okay, again, these issue types are customizable. Like you can add on some other issue type as per your need, as per your project also. Okay, these are the standard one. Okay, so now we are interested on bugs. So I mean, we will pick bug. If you are interested for story, you can pick story or epic. Okay, so in this way, we'll start writing the or creating the issue. Next you have to I mean apply or mention the summary. You have to mention the description. You have to mention the priority. You have to mention the environment. You have to mention the attachment, and you have to assign it to some developer, and then you have to create it. Okay, so if you see, I mean, this particular template, this defect report template is almost similar to this, right? Okay, so like in case of description, you will mention everything. You can mention actual and expected result, everything in the same section. Okay, so once you will click on the create button, the issue will be created like this. Okay, like this is the summary. Okay, this is the description. Environment, I mean, you haven't mentioned anything. You guys can mention according to your need, according to your project. Here the priority. Okay, here is the reporter name. If you will not assign any name on the bug, then it will be unassigned. The default status will be to do. Okay, so I hope this is clear again to you. Okay, you guys even attach the screenshots after creating the issue. Okay, that is also available. You can create the subtasks, you can link issues. So those are the functionalities of Jira specifically. Okay, now I mean, once you will raise the issue, it will be in the to-do state. Okay, in the to-do status. Now, if you want to update the status, because once it will be in to-do, you will assign it to some developer. He has to work on, and according to, I mean, state, he has to change the status. So suppose it will be on to-do state, developer will assign it to in development. Once it will be fixed, it will be moved to development completed. Once it will be deployed to QA environment, QA will start the testing under in QA. Okay. Once it will be tested completely, it will be moved to QA complete. Okay. If that issue is not, the I mean that we can fix, that is not specific to the feature, or if it is not required anymore, we can cancel it. Okay. If there is any kind of refinement is required, we can update and we can add the status as refined. Okay, so these are the possible workflows on this particular project which I'm showcasing you. But the catch is, this is not mandatory for all the projects. In other projects, you have option for won't fix also. Okay, you have option for invalid also. You have created the issue, it will be in to do, but developer will cross check it and he will figure out that it is a invalid issue. Okay, he will mark it as invalid. So that particular step is not available here. That workflow is not applicable here. Okay, but for other projects, it is applicable, right? So according to your need, according to your project structure, you can define the workflow. Okay, so I hope this is also clear how much this Jira is customizable to everyone. Okay, and this is a board, Jira board look like. Once you will create any story, any bug, any subtask, it will be added on the Jira board. Here we have sprint duration, how many days are pending remaining, like 9 days are remaining. Here we have active sprint, and in the active sprint who all are involved, you can see the names here. If you want to see only your issues, you can click on this. Okay, so in this way you can get to know how things are working on one particular sprint. Okay, so this is one kind of board. I'm showcasing you another kind of board also, because since starting I'm saying that Jira is totally customizable. Okay, so this is another board where we have different sections like to do, in progress, ready for QA, UAT, and done. In the last slide, if you see, we have only three sections: to do, in progress, and done. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections, right? So again, what I'm trying to say that we have this flexibility that we can add a number of sections. We can define our own workflow in Jira as per our need. Okay, so I hope this Jira is also little bit clear to everyone. If you have any doubt, you can put all your comments. Okay, I will try to answer. Okay, now this is for you. This is a application where we are going to work. Okay, and on this application, we have this forgot password screen. Okay, and you have to write the test cases. You have to write the defect. In the screen, you are able to see that I am trying to reset my password, but when I am clicking on the forget password, I'm getting this kind of error, right? So what should be the exact error, and what is the current error which is coming? So according to that, you can raise the issue. So you can use the same defect template, defect report template. Okay, or test case template, and write the test cases for this screen, write the defect for this screen. Okay, in this way you guys can do the hands-on. Also, we have another screen also for the create account on this particular application. We have to write the name, you have to write the email, phone number, password, referral code, accept the terms and condition, and create the account. Okay, so on this screen you can write a number of test cases again, and you can check for different issues. You can log different issues. So first of all, I can explain, or I can share two issues which are very clear to everyone right now after just seeing the screen. Like here I'm just providing the email, any random email, right? Random domain. And here the phone number is also not correct one. Okay, so in this case, the current situation is that I'm able to create the account. So this is a issue, right? So you have to report the issue to the developer. So how you will do that activity, you just try to prepare that thing on your local. Okay, so in this way you will get to know how to write the test cases, how to write the defects. Okay, I hope this session is also valuable to you, and you got the idea about test case writing, about defect raising, about the Jira workflow, about the different statuses which are available on Jira, different sections which are available on Jira. So I think this is again a valuable session for you. In the next session, we will discuss more on the testing scopes. Okay, testing scopes. Whenever we pick any application, like in upcoming days, we are going to work on this particular application, but what should be the strategy? Okay, testing strategy. How we will define what should be the scope for completing or doing the testing with entire coverage. Okay, how we will do the testing in a proper or efficient way. So those things we will discuss in upcoming lecture. But yes, for sure we are going to rock in next sessions in this series. So that's it. I think we can close the call. If you have any doubt, just mention it on the video, okay, in the comment section. And please like, subscribe, and share this video with all your known colleagues or your friends, so that they can also get the benefit. And yes, you can also write your feedbacks on the video itself, so that I can improve the content if required in the upcoming sessions. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. Have a good day.